Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks area back with another video, and today's my week 11 NFL recap. What a week it was. Seattle finally beat San Francisco, we'll get to that later. A lot of interesting games as well, I can't lie. But I also watched two games, the Steelers game and the Seahawks game. So, just like last week, I won't know much of what really happened, but I have a general idea. Anyway, let's start with the Eagles beating the Commanders. I'm pretty sure I did pick the Eagles, and they prevailed. So, yeah, not in the way I thought, but they prevailed. Washington, what happened in the fourth quarter? What? Your defense just imploded. That ain't good. Daniels, 22 of 32, 191, a touchdown and a pick. Brian Robinson, he had a very, very nice game. Austin Ekeler was the leading receiver, and Zach Ertz got revenge on his former team, except it didn't really attribute to much because you guys lost. Ekeler fumbled, Chin and Luvu 10-plus tackles each. Luvu with 2 sacks. Shout out to that. No picks. You got 4 points for your kicker, and you got 5 punts for Tress Way. And the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 221, no touchdowns through the air, but had one on the ground, 10 for 39 and a touchdown. I'm sure the touchdown was a tush push. Saquon had an electric game. A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Saquon, all very productive in the receiving. Goddard did fumble. 3 players with 10-plus tackles, a sack for Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, and Nolan Smith. Reed Blankenship got the interception. 8 points for Elliott, 3 points for Mann. The Eagles go to 8-2, and the Commanders lose their second straight game, I'm pretty sure. What's going on there? Steelers are the real deal. I don't care. I don't care if this is like one of the first real teams they've beat. They are a legit team. 18-16, very defensive battle. Wow. Lamar, 207, a touchdown and a pick. Derrick Henry had a touchdown, got laid out by TJ Watt. That was something of all time. Likely 4 for 75. Zay Flowers had a touchdown at the end and had a horrible drop. Like, hit him like either on the helmet or in the chest. One of those two, but he just didn't even try to catch it. Henry fumbled on like the second play of the game. That was weird. Isaiah Likely also fumbled. Roquan Smith, 13 tackles, 2.5 sacks for Oweh, half a sack for Stevens, a full sack for Broderick Washington, an interception for Marlon Humphrey, which, Russell, what was that? Same with Darnell Washington. Like, dude, you gotta catch that, or at least try. But Russ, you sailed that thing. At least try to throw it to the crowd if you're going to throw it like that. But, okay. Tucker, he's washed. Stout with 4 punts. And now the winning team, the Steelers, Russell. Oh, he didn't look the greatest. 2 of 5, no touchdowns and a pick. The rushing was fairly productive. Justin Fields got some time, I guess. I don't know what that was about. George Pickens, though, the second that Russell started, George Pickens has been going off. He is the Steelers' legitimate quarterback. He knows how to get the best player the ball. Elliott and Queen recovered fumbles. Patrick Queen had a nice revenge day. Patrick Queen, 10 tackles, a sack for TJ Watt, of course, a sack for Dean Lowry, an interception for Peyton Wilson. 18 points. All 18 points came from your kicker. That is the second game the Steelers have won this year from Chris Boswell getting all of your points. The last one was in week 1 against the Falcons, and Waitman punted 4 times. Alright. The Jags are 0-6 away this year, and the Lions are the best team. They should officially be labeled as the best team in football now. They've been the best team in football since the freaking season started, though, so it's fine. There is nothing to go over for the Jags. I mean, Brian Thomas had a nice day. Gabe Davis is out for the season with like a meniscus tear. Yeah, you got no sacks. You didn't get any interceptions. I mean, your kicker got your points. Jared Goff What a rebound from just this whole Lions team from last week's win. It was still an impressive win. But wow, Jared Goff, 4 touchdowns, 412 yards. The Lions got 645 yards of offense. That is the most in Lions history. This rushing it's elite still. Montgomery and Gibbs, 3 touchdowns in total. St. Brown went off. Jameson Williams is so good. And he did the Marshawn Lynch nut grab, dive into the end zone. So he's probably going to get fined for that. Worth it, honestly. Brock Wright got a touchdown. Half a sack for Campbell and 9 tackles. And half a sack for Zadarius Smith in his first game as a Lion. Kirby Joseph, another interception. 10 points for Jake Bates. And I think this is the second game the Lions didn't punt one time this year. Dan Campbell is the greatest coach the Lions have and will ever have. The Rams narrowly beat the Patriots by 6. Stafford had an elite day. Kyren Williams, great day. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, still elite. This team is actually so good when they're healthy. Fully healthy. And Parkinson got his first touchdown as a Ram. Nice. Turner picked up a fumble, 11 tackles for Lake and Roseboom, 2 sacks for Fisk, 1 sack for Young, an interception for Kinchins again, nice, 4 points for Cardi and 4 points for Evans, and now the Patriots, Drake May, he is a franchise quarterback. He's doing crap behind the second worst offensive line in football that I didn't even know were possible. This dude's like electric. Kendrick Bourne, he had a great day. Hunter Henry, Demario Douglas had nice games. Vidarian Lowe, I'm pretty sure that's a tackle, had a touchdown. Drake May did lose a fumble. Stevenson picked up a fumble. Marcus Jones, 9 tackles. You didn't get a sack or a pick. That's a big reason why you lost. Almost half your points came from your kicker, and you got 2 punts for Behringer. You know, you would think with the stat line that Jameis Winston had, the Browns would have won. No, they actually got destroyed. Jameis Winston is such a weird quarterback. He has games where he looks like prime Peyton Manning. Then he has games where he looks like Nathan Peterman. There is no in between with the guy. Nick Chubb, it's still rough for him. Jerry Jeudy, a great game, had an 89-yard touchdown. Elijah Moore had probably one of the best catches of the season for a touchdown. Ward picked up a fumble. 9 tackles for Grant Delpit. A sack for Ogbo, that guy. An interception for Denzel Ward. Nothing for your kicker. And Corey with 5 punts. And now the Saints. Derek Carr, he had a great game. Taysom Hill had 37 fantasy points, so that's great. 3 total touchdowns rushing. Why do I gotta play this dude in fantasy, man? I hate it. Kamara had a nice game. MVS had another elite touchdown. Juwan Johnson had a touchdown. Taysom Hill lost a fumble. Davis, 13 tackles, a sack for Granderson, 1.5 for Brissy, half a sack for Chase Young. No picks. 5 points for Gruppy, 3 punts for Hayball. Saints are on a 2-game winning streak. Are they back? No, they're not. The Colts beat the Jets by 1. Anthony Richardson, he had himself a nice game. Jonathan Taylor, not the greatest game, can't lie. Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, elite games. I wish Michael Pittman would be more productive this year, but whatever. Richardson did fumble twice, so that's not good. EJ Speed with 9 tackles, 2 sacks for Kwity Paye, a sack for Leatu Latu. No interceptions. Matt Gay with 10 points and 4 punts for Sanchez and Aaron Rodgers. Okay. His rushing is... Breece Hall is still a good running back. He's just, very up and down. He's like Donta Foreman. He either has great games or he has some of the crappiest games you can ever have. Devontae Adams, he's been a addition of all time. Breece Hall, 7 catches and a touchdown. Kenny Yeboah, whoever that is, had a touchdown. Rodgers fumbled. Clemens had 8 tackles, a sack for Williams, a sack for Kinlaw. No picks. 9 points for Carlson, and 5 punts for Morstead. Still, where do the Jets go from here? Like, seriously. I'm going to keep saying it, though. I was right when I said I'm not buying into the Jets hype. I never saw it. I never will see it. The Jets will always be a disappointing football team for as long as the NFL is a thing. Alright, the Vikings, they're back on the right track. Sam Darnold actually looked like a good quarterback this week. He had the rushing touchdown. His rushing just wasn't good from the looks of it. I mean, Aaron Jones' longest rush was 5 yards. Justin Jefferson had a nice game. Addison had a touchdown. Let's see, Cam Akers had a receiving touchdown. Sam Darnold lost a fumble. Van Ginkel with 8 tackles and 2 sacks. 2 sacks for Pat Jones, a sack for Blake Cashman, an interception for the old Harrison Smith. Let's see, 5 points for your kicker, John Parker Romo, that guy, and 5 punts for Wright. Will Levis, I mean, he's still Will Levis. His rushing was dookie. What was this? Nick Westbrook-Ikhine had a 98-yard touchdown. For the only touchdown you guys got. Free Simmons recovered a fumble. Kenneth Murray, 10 tackles and a sack. A sack for Arden Key. No picks. 7 points for Folk and 5 punts for Stonehouse. Titans, what are they going to do in the draft this year? I'm very interested on what they do with probably a top 5, maybe a top 3 pick they will have this season. Alright, the Raiders still suck. Is anyone surprised? Gardner Minshew. Okay. What the hell is this rushing game? It's either you or the Cowboys that have the worst rushing in the NFL. Brock Bowers is the highlight of this whole team besides Max Crosby. Like, Brock Bowers, he might be the best tight end still. He's at least one of the most consistent tight ends. No fumbles. Spillane, of course, leading the team with 11 tackles. A sack for Butler. A sack for Tyree Wilson. 7 points for Carlson, 1 punt for Cole. I don't know what the hell I was just doing there. Tua had a great game. It's like the first time we've been able to say that this year. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He didn't try to tackle someone with his head, as far as I'm concerned. HN is this rushing attack. Jonnu Smith, 6 for 101 and 2 touchdowns. Guess who picked him up from the waiver wire because they didn't have Kittle for this week? I still lost, though, by 5. Tyreek Hill finally had a good game for the first time since he was arrested. Oh my god. Tua did fumble. Jordan Brooks, 12 tackles. Sack for Zeitler, a sack for Campbell, a sack for Ogba. An interception for Jalen Ramsey. I don't know if I've heard him much this year, so there you go. 10 points for your kicker, and you didn't punt once. Nice. Even when the Packers don't look the best, they still own the Chicago Bears. Oh my god, dude. Jordan Love, a touchdown, a pick. Jacobs, touchdown on the ground. Same with Jordan Love. A great game for Christian Watson. A touchdown for Jaden Reed. They didn't fumble. McKinney and Valentine with 9 tackles. A sack for Gary. A sack for Cox. A sack for Slayton. No picks. 2 points for McManus that were extra points, and they only punted 1 time. The Bears. Caleb Williams is still not looking good, even without Shane Waldron. Swift and Johnson got your touchdowns. Odunze, DJ Moore had nice games. Really, all your top 4 options were all consistent yesterday. No fumbles, 9 tackles for Byard. You got 1 sack, and a pick. Santos, 7 points, 2 punts for Taylor. Game-winning field goal would have been, it would have been the game-winning field goal, but it got blocked. The second straight week where a team had their potential game-winning field goal blocked. Fun times, right? Absolutely not. Huh. Oh, okay. Wow. Falcons, what happened? Kirk Cousins didn't do anything. Just no one did absolutely anything. You got one sack for Matthew Judon. No picks. All your points came from your kicker, and you punted 5 times. Wow. Bo Nix, we got to start saying he's the offensive rookie of the year soon. If not like now, because he is playing absolutely phenomenal football. Wow. I can't say anything bad about him anymore because he is elite. He's a top 12 quarterback this year, I'd say. Javonte Williams, his touchdown came from everyone pushing his ass into the end zone. Not a tush push, though. Actually, effort touchdown run. Humphrey and Mims got touchdowns. Same with Troy Franklin and Nate Adkins. Humphrey fumbled. 9 tackles for McMillan. 2 sacks for Benito. A sack for Roach. A sack for Ellis. And that's all. An interception for Cody Barton, former Seahawk. Nice to see you're doing good, pal. 8 points for Will Lutz, another game that the kicker had more points than the other team in total. And 3 points for Dixon. The Seahawks beat the bad guys. They finally beat the 49ers for the first time since like November of 2021. Thank you. We are now 5-1 against Brock Purdy. Gino, that interception was one of the worst things ever, but you redeemed it with your game-winning touchdown, so thank you. Thank you. Kenneth Walker got a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he is here. He has been the best receiver for the last 2 weeks combined. This dude is here, and he is not around. DK had very, very good catches. Him and Jackson had the most crucial catches, I will say. Smith recovered a fumble. Ernest Jones, since he's been here, he has been nothing short of a monster. Tyrese Knight, 10 tackles as well. A sack for Derek Hall. Sack for Draymond Jones. He's not completely useless. Jonathan Hankins got his first career interception off a tipped ball from Devon Witherspoon, who had such a great game. He was so disruptive, besides guarding Juwan Jennings. We don't talk about that. 8 points for Myers, and we punted twice. Only twice. I am thoroughly shocked. Brock Purdy. I don't know what to say about his game. McCaffrey kind of did his thing against us. Brock Purdy got a rushing touchdown that Jerron Reed straight up gave up on, so that's fantastic. But Juwan Jennings looked like prime Randy Moss. Yep, I was just watching the touchdown where Jerron Reed just didn't give a shit. That's fine. But wow. Juwan Jennings, man. Nice. Lenore, 8 tackles. Got by Kenneth Walker and then took it to Twitter saying, "Okay, Conehead, I'll break that chin strap next time I see you or something. Dude, you ain't gonna do shit. You suck." Nick Bosa and Leonard Floyd got 1.5 sacks. Matos got a sack. Yadam got an interception because Gino just had to do it. 5 points for Moody. 3 points for Pat O'Donnell. Once again, Lenore, I would like to say you were absolutely, utterly embarrassing. You got paid and got bodied in your own house like a baby back. America wins. The Chiefs are no longer undefeated. Thank you, Bills. Just please, if you meet up in the playoffs, just try to beat them. Maybe, I don't know. It's probably not going to happen. Patrick Mahomes. Wow. On the first play for the Chiefs, he threw an interception, and he threw an interception to end the game. Just give it up for the Chiefs. Yeah. This rushing outside of Kareem Hunt, absolutely worthless. Xavier Worthy, though, had a touchdown on Buffalo. Noah Gray had 2 touchdowns. And Travis Kelce's all the way down here with 2 catches for 8 yards. What the? No fumbles. 3 players got 8 tackles each. He didn't get 1 sack. Chamari Connor did get an interception, though. Spencer Schrader with 3 tackles in place of the injured Harrison Butker. And 4 punts for the former Bill Matt Araiza. Josh Allen on that Damon shit. A touchdown through the air and a game-winning touchdown on the ground. James Cook had 2 touchdowns on his 9 carries for 20 yards. Weird. Shakir with 70 yards. Curtis Samuel had a touchdown. Amari Cooper with 55 yards. No fumbles. Bernard 8 tackles and a sack. A sack for Von Miller. I don't know why I said it like that. Taylor Rapp and Bernard with interceptions. Tyler Bass with 6 tackles and 3 punts for Sam Martin. One of the best rivalries in the NFL, just not for the Bills in the playoffs. What was this? Another masterclass from Joe Burrow that the defense gave him one of these from. If the Bengals had a defense, they would have 6-7 wins maybe. But no, because why have a defense, right? Joe Burrow lit it up once again. Chase Brown had himself a nice day. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase went off. Chase Brown was productive in the receiving game. Geno Stone recovered a fumble and led the team with 9 tackles. A sack for Osai. Half a sack for Hendrickson. Half a sack for Cam Taylor-Britt, who is one of the worst corners in football. No interceptions. 9 points for McPherson. Him and Tucker are so ass this year. They are absolute booty cheek butt shit. There's so many things to say about them that are bad because they suck. 5 punts for Reckow. Chargers, you almost chargered it. You're having flashbacks of that playoff game against the Jags, and it was coming to reality, but you flipped the switch and Jim Harbaugh did voodoo magic on you guys. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Justin Herbert had a great game. This rushing, why was Herbert the leading rusher? J.K. Dobbins had 2 touchdowns, including the game winner with little time to go. Lad mother McConkey. That's all I gotta say. Will Dissly had a great game. His first touchdown as a Charger. Quentin Johnson with a touchdown. Herbert lost a fumble. My boy Deion Henley once again leading the team with 11 tackles. 10 tackles for Derwin James and half a sack. 1.5 sacks for Tuipulotu. This dude's such a monster. A sack for Poona Ford, former Seahawk. Elite. I low-key miss him. I kind of want him back. Oh, look, Eli Apple being contributive to his team. No interceptions. 10 points for Cameron Dicker and 6 punts for J.K. Scott. And I want to say one thing. If you watched my season award predictions, you will know I gave the award for Coach of the Year to Jim Harbaugh. That award is as good as his. I want to say it's Mike McDonald's, but I literally can't. There's nothing that I can to say he has the award. It is without a doubt Jim Harbaugh's award. When I said my reasoning for it, I said he was a defensive mastermind, which I don't even know if that was true at the time, but it looks like it kind of is. And I would say he would bring fans into the games to watch him coach specifically. He's doing that, and the Chargers are 7-3 in a year where no one thought they'd even get 5 wins. Keep it up, Jim Harbaugh. I am rooting for you so hard. You are such a likable head coach. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!